Hey guys, I am so excited for this leadership call. Let me grab my co-host real quick. All right, make co-host. So every week I want to hear from a leader who's done it, a leader who inspires me and I think will inspire. No, I don't think. I know will inspire you too. And this woman has been a powerhouse since she joined us and she has just been like go 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 and she inspires me every day. You guys, this is her side gig, but it is definitely on the way to be This Is Everything. And I am just really, really honored that we get to work with you. So I'm going to introduce Renee. Renee, just tell us a little bit about you really quick and just your experience in network marketing.
Hi guys, thank you for the introduction. You made me blush a little bit. So I started network marketing in 2015. At that time, I found myself a single mother with 3 kids. I was terrified. So my background is in education. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree. So if you know, education doesn't pay well, but I was capped out at the maximum that I could. And as a single mom, I was scared. I didn't know how I was going to pay the rent. I had a car payment. My youngest daughter was 3, and daycare, can run $1,000 a month. I was receiving no assistance, no help with child support. And in the middle of a custody battle, I had to get an attorney. Her dad had an attorney, all the things. I didn't know what I was going to do. At that time, I was a 3rd grade teacher, and one of my students' mother was in network marketing with the previous company that we were in. She asked me 3 times to join. 3 times I turned her down. And that's very common. We hear a lot of no's, and it just means no, not yet. So that's my experience with that. So one day we had a snow day and I told her, okay, bring your stuff over. I tried a product and I was sold. She told me about the company, the comp plan. And I thought this is going to be the perfect way for me to bring in that extra income and be home with my girls, because I didn't have any extra money at all. I couldn't even pay the bills that I had. So that's how I started in network marketing. And that company, I did reach a leadership position. I was green status, so you all know where I was before I came to pharmacy, and I was there for 9 years at that company. Our team was pretty big, and we hit that leadership position once. The whole 9 years that I was there, we hit it in 2020, and I think after COVID, things got really good for a little bit. But then things started to get hard. Some of the products were starting to be discontinued. Prices went up, blah, blah, blah. You name it, it happened. If you were there, So, I had earned the leadership retreat at corporate office in Utah. I went to that and it kind of lit my fire a little bit. But I'm going to be honest with you, even having been in that leadership position, I never really felt like I was treated like a leader. I did not feel like the significance of my title did not, I guess, make me feel worthy or make me feel like I was a leader. I started to see my team dwindle down just because the products were too expensive, and the girls on my team, they couldn't even afford the products to market the products. They were starting to lose their clientele because all the favorite products were being discontinued. We no longer had them. Then products weren't replaced. So, even with that little bit of boost from going to the leadership retreat, it started to fizzle off, and I had started to look just elsewhere, other network marketing opportunities. And that's when I wasn't under Amber in the previous company, but I had always watched her because she's very inspirational. Her story was something that I could definitely relate to as being, a single mom, having my own struggles with that and just doing something just to help your family and to get yourself out of that position. And so I started watching her. I didn't know what was going on with her at the time, but I kind of watched her hands, watched her stories, and she drew me in. And I started to see a lot of other girls from our company come over to pharmacy and come over under Amber. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch. I had never, ever, ever tried a pharmacy product. I was loyal, very loyal to our previous company, through and through, from, corporate to the trainings, to the products, everything. I was loyal. I used nothing else. And when I saw, you know, Amber talk about it, her launch, and then Jesse went live, I had never ever tried the product. I listened to the reviews and I said, that's it, I'm in. I jumped in March 11th, so it'll be a year. that I've been here with pharmacy, I jumped in. I jumped in. I had it in my budget to do the Supreme kit. And I said, what's the worst that could happen? You get a ton of great product and there you go, right? And so I got everything because I knew that at this time I was going to go all in. And that's when I knew if I'm going to rebrand myself, if I'm going to start something new, if I'm going to show the products, I'm going to use them, I'm going to market them, I'm going to recommend them. I need everything. And that was it. So to answer, part of the question, why did I go all in? That's when I went all in because I knew that this was my opportunity and this is my chance. I have about 3 years until I can retire from my educational career. I was a teacher for 21 years and now I'm an instructional coach. I work with students who have English as a second language. I have a special ed degree. I do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats in my everyday job, but I knew that pharmacy is the vehicle to get me where I want to be when I retire. Okay, so this for me, I'm all in for my family. I have 4 kids. Our oldest is 23. We have an 18-year-old graduating this year. Both the girls are pharmacy influencers as well. They love the product. We have a soon to be 13-year-old, and then we have a 4-year-old. So I was never able to be a stay-at-home mom, you guys, never. I always had to work full-time and just hustle. And so this is my why. My why is I am here because I want to be able to retire and have pharmacy as my main gig to support our family, to be able to go on trips, to be able to take our family on vacations and be home for my son when he gets sick. We're going through some health issues with him, and although my boss, who's one of my friends, she's very gracious and generous and I'm able to take time off, still I feel bad. You have the mom guilt and then you have the job guilt. I don't want to have any of that guilt. I want to be able to stay home. And I know pharmacy is a vehicle that's going to get me there because corporate is amazing. They listen to us here. We have a voice. And I can tell you in our other company, we didn't get that voice. The voice was heard from a very select few people. And, we all saw it, we all knew it, but here I can feel it. They listened to us. Today on the CEO talks, Emery was actually answering our questions that we were typing in the chat. You don't have to be a leader to get their attention or to get their validation. They're very down to earth, very family oriented people. And I love that. I just, it makes me feel special and it makes me feel like we are important and we are valued here. So that's amazing. But really pharmacy is going to be the vehicle to help me, get my 18-year-old into college. She'll be needing a car soon. She was just diagnosed with MS. We have medical bills there, but most importantly, it's going to help me support my family. So that's when I knew I had to go all in. This is my chance. We're rebranding. And I knew I wanted to bring people who have never even tried network marketing, give them a chance. And then we're seeing that. We're seeing a lot of women and even guys jump in who have never tried network marketing before. I was so proud of one of my new girls. She started and I said, my caterpillar is becoming a butterfly because she went live 3 times today, you guys. And she loves the product. She's been trying it. It's not a funny story, but when she first started, she had like an infection on her face and she was swollen. They had gone to Mexico and I don't even know. She didn't even know, but she tried our calendula stuff. I told her, try this. Oh my gosh, you guys. The swelling went down. Her face started to heal. Her skin is beautiful. It's amazing. I gave her some products and she's like, okay, I'm joining. Like, what do I need to do? So, this is definitely the place. With having experience in 2 different network marketing companies, I can see that pharmacy is the real deal. So when you hear it and you see it and you feel it, then you start to believe it.
Yeah, absolutely. And this business, a lot of it is mindset barriers. So a question I love to ask leaders, it's what's the biggest mindset shift you had to make to reach the level of success that you have right now today?
Okay. So the biggest mindset barrier for me was I wasn't worthy because I wasn't in that Black status leadership from the other company. So even telling my story, because I don't make hundreds of thousands a month, whatever the case may be, I don't make that, but that's okay because success looks different for everybody. So I had to shift that mindset and tell myself, you are worthy and you do belong here and you need to show other people that they are worthy too. Everybody starts in the same place. Everybody's story looks different. Everybody's obstacles are different and you just have to persevere And you just have to get over those speed bumps because we all have days where we're down in the dumps and it's like, oh my gosh, all we hear is no, no, no. That's okay. That's a not yet. We just have to get up and keep trying. And for me, I really just try to show up and do what I ask my team to do and lead by example. And I think that really helps me to get over that mindset because we're all worthy of being here and we all can do this. And I see you guys every day on, Facebook, and I'm getting to know everybody and it's so fun. I had someone message me this morning. I don't even know like who her upline is. She's a sideline sister and she asked, can you help me? And, I'm so happy to do that because if I can help anybody, I'm going to help, So for me that I think, and sometimes I got to still get myself out of that mindset, thinking that I'm not worthy because I know I'm doing some good things here. And I know that I'm having influence on other people because I hear them all the time. And even though, a lot of people don't watch my lives or get on, they watch the replays and they'll say, I watched your live. Thank you for saying that, or thank you for showing me that. And so that validates, what I'm doing here at pharmacy. So
100%. And remember, if only the people at the top of the company are worthy, nobody would ever be at the top of the company. Because you know what I mean? Like there would be
absolutely.
nobody there. So
Absolutely.
definitely every single person is worthy. And I know you know this, but I just want to say it for, everybody, somebody who might be watching. When you don't show up because you're not feeling worthy, think of the people who are missing you. Like think of the people you could be helping who they need better in their life. They need an extra few $100s. They need extra money for groceries. But without you showing up, they'll never even know that they could do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys. For me, I recruited, it was more simple for me to recruit before I had a high title or like a really high income, because now people see me and they're like, oh yeah, she can do it because she has a lot of followers. I couldn't do it. So it was more simple for me to work my business before that, which is crazy, but remember that too.
Yeah.
So this one, I love this question because we all have really hard lessons we learn in leadership. What was the hardest lesson that you had to learn as a leader, and what did you do to grow from it?
The hardest lesson that I've had to learn is not everybody has the same goal as you do. So I want everybody to be at 25%. I want everybody to reach their potential. I want everybody because I just believe in everybody, but not everybody is going to do things like you. Not everybody's going to have the same goal as you. And so that's been one of the hardest things because I tend to be type A sometimes, and I have the plan and I map it all out in my head. And I think, okay, if we do it this way, then we can do that, kind of strategize. And I really have had to learn that success looks different for everybody, and meet everybody on the level that they're at, match their energy, work with them where they're at, meet them where they're at, and run with them as fast as they want to go. So that for me is how I've had to pivot and adjust to that.
Yeah,
Because I've always, there's just things that I see for people and they don't see it yet, but I know once they get started and gain the confidence, they're going to get there.
that's it. Every little win builds that confidence. That was the same with me. Like if you would have told me 10 years ago that you'd be speaking on stage at convention, I would be like, no, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
every little teeny step, even stuff like this, you guys, if your leader asks you to be on a call, that's huge. That's just another step to that big stage. So totally agree. So I love your team culture. You love your team so much. Like that is very known. And I want to ask you, so how did you create that environment where people feel motivated and connected and just really ready to work and just that team culture? What tips do you have for a new leader at 15% who's trying to build a culture right now?
I think that for me, the biggest thing is building relationships with your team. You have to get personal with them. You have to know them. You really have to pour into them and give them that encouragement, because if you're not personal with them, they're just going to think you want them there for the numbers, and they're not there for numbers. You're there to be genuine with your team. You're there to love on your team, and you're there to help them and elevate them. So really building those relationships is a big thing. Building that teamwork and camaraderie too. Validating them, showing them they're important, listening to them and helping them get where they want to go. And really that's how I do it. And a lot of the people that I've known on Facebook or who are on my team, there's some people that I have never even met in person that are on my team. And so I'll get to meet them at convention. A lot several have bought their tickets. So that's exciting because every other year, my mom has come with me to convention. She's on my team and my daughters, but I've never had anybody outside of my family join me at convention. So I'm super excited. And then I have one girl running for the trip. So I'm hoping that we get to go to Mexico together. And so really just bond with your team, get to know them because, just build those genuine relationships.
100%. So working, because you do, a job outside of pharmacy as well, but you still, like, I would never even guess that because you are on your game when it comes to your stories and just to come to your personal brand. So what role of personal branding and storytelling played a part in your success, and what advice do you have for those who are struggling to stand out on social media or even just to go on social media?
Always just encourage people to share your story. I think that was the biggest thing that was holding me back, especially in the other company. You would rarely see any selfies of me with the product. I would always use other presenters' stuff. And I think here I really stepped out of my comfort zone with doing that and showing the products on me. I never went live. I was always so embarrassed and just self-conscious. And I think being here at pharmacy just makes me feel like a different person. It really makes me feel different from the inside out, and it's given me so much confidence. And I noticed it, but when I had other people also telling me that I'm glowing or that I look different, it's because I feel different. It's giving me a different confidence boost. So get out there, use the product, show how much you love them, show what they're doing for you, because that's changed a lot for me. I've had, just a lot of trauma in my life as an adult and getting through various relationships and things in my life that I was so self-conscious of myself. I hated to see pictures of myself. Even like hearing my voice makes me cringe. So I don't watch my replays ever, but that's just me. That's something that I have to work through. So I just had to get out there and, tell my story because a lot of the things that I went through in my life, there are other people going through it too, whether it be men or women. And if I can inspire somebody to just step out and try something new and do something for themselves, then I will have, fulfilled what I feel like I'm here to do as well. And also to show my kids that you can do anything that you want to do. Like I never thought I'd be doing any of this, like going live on Facebook, like stepping out into new platforms like TikTok, like it scares the heck out of me. But when I started, I had like 50 followers and I'm almost at 2,000. And so, it's just, I don't know. I think I just feel like I've evolved here at pharmacy and I feel like I'm seen as a leader and we all have the potential to be leaders. And really you are a leader for being here. Everybody's a leader here. So it's awesome. It's just been a life changer for me. It really has.
Well, I love your voice, just saying.
Well, thank you. But I'm not going to sing. Well,
Okay,
another
okay.
thing. I mean, I'll do it all
Maybe
together.
in our karaoke party that we're
Yes.
planning.
Okay.
So my next question though is if you had, and I already know the answer, I think, but I want to hear it from you. If you had to start over today with 0 followers, 0 recruits, 0 teams, 0 customers, what's the first thing you would do to start rebuilding your brand and your team?
I think now, knowing what I know, I would reach out to other small business people and I would start networking. And I actually do a lot of that with small business people and other network marketing companies. And really that's going to help you build and just find more people. And, you're going to have parties and other people are going to want to have parties and they're going to see you out there. I would say you get out of your comfort zone and you show what you have. You talk about who you are and show people what you have to offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's one thing that I know I struggled with pharmacy when I came. I was like, wait, I have to do what? What am I going to do? But, and it's kind of awkward, especially like on TikTok. When I first started going live, it's like, okay, what do I do now? What am I here for? Like, it's awkward, but you just got to kind of get past that. And once you do, it's actually fun. So
I agree.
that's what I would suggest.
So your non-negotiables, what are the 3 daily habits or non-negotiables that have been game changing for your business?
Non-negotiable is to get on every morning and show people, how I do my base face, what works for me, what kind of, I guess, routine that I found, being that I have the kind of skin that I have. I just make sure to tell people I have very textured skin. This is what works for me. This is how the products lay, and this is what I found. Because we have such high quality products and they're so affordable. So any full face bundle that we can offer, what I can show the customer, I do that. So that's my non-negotiable. Every morning I get on, whether it's in TikTok or my stories or Instagram or Facebook, I get on one of the platforms and I share just my basic daily routine, because a lot of women struggle with that. I make sure to get in my stories and talk about my life so that people can get to know me as a person and get to know that, see how I do this. Like right now, my daughter's waiting for me to give her injection, like just things, talking about real life, raw life. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. And, I have a career and this is how I juggle it all. So I want people to see that this is manageable and doable. And then I try to shut my day out with showing my skincare, but also following up and just sending people a message. Hey, I loved, how you talked about this today, or wow, your kids are getting so big. I always make sure to at least message 5 people a day just to maintain and build those relationships.
Perfect. So this one is just a question that I didn't have planned, but what's your favorite product?
Oh my goodness. Okay, the calendula balsam. That has got to be one of the things that have been a game changer for my face, for my foundation, for like any little rash that my kids have or whatever. That stuff is like, it's gold. That stuff is just like, a hidden gem that we have that not a lot of people know about. So that's one of them. But gosh, I don't know. I had never tried the CC cream, and that stuff just like rocks my world. I love it. The coverage is amazing. I love it. So
Those are 2 of my favorites too, with the calendula. And I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I say
I don't
calendula.
either.
I
I
don't
do
know.
too.
Magic.
I
It's magic. I
yeah,
have
it is.
eczema, you bad guys, and I usually have to have a steroid pill, which is actually it's really bad for your kidneys. Like when I have to have them as much as I have to have them because of my skin conditions, my doctor like hates giving them to me, and he tries to give me cream. It never works. Our calendula works. I don't have to take any steroids. It works every time I get a flare up. It's gone right away. It's amazing. If you haven't ordered it yet, get yourself some.
Yes, for sure, for sure. It's, I always think of it like if you've seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding and they use Windex for everything, it's like calendula, it like works for everything. And it's like for Hispanics, it's like Vicks.
Yeah.
But calendula is like the main thing. I have one like in my nightstand, in the bathroom. I keep one in my purse, keep one in the car, but it's like I don't know, Renaissance product that we have.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it.
All right, last one. I just want to just any advice that you want to give to our 15 percenters who are trying to go for 25, just open mic.
Focus and build your team. Love on your team, help them reach their goals. And I promise you, you are going to hit that director position, the manager, and then the director position, because you're going to be so consistent. You're going to be so consistent. If you help your team reach their goals, you're going to get there. When we hit 25, I had no idea we were even like tracking, and I had been like obsessed since I joined. I'm going to hit director. It's not going to take me 3-4 years this time. I'm hitting it, and we hit it like in 4 months. So it was pretty awesome. But we did it organically. And when you focus on your team and you build organically and you're really, really focused on helping other people and getting other people to, just try something new, it's going to happen. The growth here is so organic, and you don't have to push it. You don't have to be spammy. You don't have to cold message anybody. They just see the product. This comp plan is like no other out there. I don't care who you look at. There is no better deal than pharmacy with that 50% commission and that 50% discount right off the bat. And even if you get a discount shopper, they buy a kit, become a discount shopper, they still count. They still count as your numbers. So, love on your team, help them reach their goals, and you're gonna reach your goals. That's all I can really think of. But that's
Yes.
what we did. And I was like, what is happening? I don't even know what's going on here. And then we hit like really early in the month. I was like, wow. So definitely love on your girls, guys.
Yes. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. And I just want to say thank you.
You.
You are an inspiration. Like the chat, I don't know if you're like me, I don't read the chat when I'm talking because I
Yeah,
get
no.
like squirrel, but everybody was
Yeah.
loving everything. Like this was really, really
Oh,
helpful. So I want to tell
thank
you
you
thank you.
guys. And thank you, Amber, because when you asked, I was like, I'm doing it. I'm getting on this stage. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I am getting on the stages. I am doing the things
You
and
are.
that's it. That's it. I'm not, no more excuses. This is it.
Right. This is the year. No more excuses, you guys.
Yep. That's it. We're going big.
Yes. Well, I love you
Thank you
guys, and
guys.
I will see you in our team group. Bye, everybody. Thank you again, love.